Hi, this is Nina again, and I'm about to do my third book review. And for this one, I chose Searching for Jesus by Robert J. Hutchinson. New discoveries in the quest for Jesus of Nazareth and how they confirm the gospel accounts. I got this book in Big Bad Wolf Book Fair in February 2020 before all the crazy happened, but this was published in October 2015. There are copies of this that you can buy in Shopee, like the physical book, or like ebooks out there online. The author, I'll tell you a little bit about the author because I think it's good that we build or establish the credibility of this one, of Robert Hutchinson, since he presents this book. It's more of like a fact checker or like from a historian perspective. He moved to Israel to study the Hebrew language, and also he was reviewed by the New York Times with his literary writings like When in Rome, which is highly recommended, Until Today by The Lonely Planet, and a lot of different titles, both from the Christian community and from like the secular community. He was awarded because of his works, and so it's really nice, and I really respect this writer after reading this book. So what do I like about this book? Okay, I like this book because it comes from a historian perspective, and it has a lot of pictures in it, like there, like he shows you the places, he shows you the evidences of their findings. The tomb. So that's what makes me excited, because he's telling all these historical facts that, who knows, one day I can go to Israel, or all these places and experience it for myself. And that's why I like it. If you're a history buff, then you'll like this book the same as I did. Another part of this book that I really like and appreciate is that he answered some of like the practical questions. We think they're dumb, we think they're annoying, but I asked it myself. Like, I asked, the gospel accounts, like the books of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they have the same stories, but they have different details. Like, which one is true? And Robert Hutchinson said, well, those variations actually make it true. Although there's already 3,000 manuscripts of the New Testament, he pointed that these variations make it true because if you're like a keyboard warrior, if you're a troll spreading fake news and all that, all you're going to do is copy paste. But this one, these are real accounts from different people that have different emotions, that have different perspectives. So this is what makes it true. So he answered that very simple but very realistic for me. And also, I like about this is that he what's that page 235, he cited this, like he has fact number one, fact number two, three, as you go along. And I like those fact one, fact two. I like fact two. On the Sunday after the crucifixion, Jesus' tomb was found empty by a group of his women followers. He adds that if the church had made up the story of the empty tomb, the followers of Jesus would have not presented women as the first people to have discovered it. Why? That's because women in New Testament times were considered to be unreliable witnesses and could not even testify in Jewish law courts. See that? I like that he said that about women. Well, hello there. But also, I like that he states like the cultural differences. And in Rome, he also stated there that actually the Romans, you can see in history books or their cylinders or their papyrus and all that, that they know Jesus Christ, and they say that he's a rogue leader, he causes trouble everywhere. Which he did, because wherever Jesus is, there were the multitude, there were miracles, and there were all these religious leaders who's actually instigating Jesus all the time. So yeah, he really causes trouble, but in a good way. It rattles us all. Hello, Jesus. So it's cute that they call him rogue leader. It makes Jesus really human, and relatable, I guess, for me. So, and in well, now, speaking of labeling Jesus, now when you go to Israel, they really have little knowledge of Jesus. But when they do, instead of calling him with his real name Yeshua, they just call him Yeshu. just so that we don't want to talk about it. It's like Jesus is a plague, like COVID-19, that they don't want to spread, so they just um renamed him. Anyway, so another thing I like about this book is that there are a lot of indexes. There is a lot, aside from the pictures, there's also a lot of references of history books and other books, and so many accounts, publications, um, newspapers. It's all here, and even like thesis, studies, codex. He really went there, and that's what makes this book credible. When I read it, I felt like mm, like times five smarter about Jesus, because I was really searching for Jesus, and I really want to have the answers to the people who doesn't know about Jesus, and those who wants to challenge the knowledge of who Jesus is. So this book really helped me. I like debates, healthy debates. And this one equipped me. So this is good for Christians who are searching for Jesus, and this is also good for non-believing people. And if they have the desire or talk like, I want to know this, if he is really true. Because even now, until this day, there's still people are asking if there is such a person that walked the earth. And our pastor said that is a very S word question. I don't want to curse here. But yeah, because it's not a question about whether Jesus walked the earth, because he did. Like history said he did, even non-believing ones, and even other religions, they testify that Jesus walked the earth. They just know him as a prophet, and some other. And as for the Romans, right, he's a rogue leader. But um I got lost there. But for us, I really got lost there. I just had to get my train of thought again. So, but for us, Jesus is not a rogue leader. Jesus is a one true God. So the question should be: is he really God? Is this man Jesus? Whatever he said, are those true? And that's what people really need to seek. So, because it's either he is God or he is a lunatic. That's all it is. But after all those miracles and after all these accounts, I don't really think that you would think Jesus is anything otherwise than than what was said and taken account in the Gospels of Luke, Mark, John, and Matthew. So, to end this book review, I just want to share to you, and I want to bless you with my prayer when I got this in February 27, 2020. And I said, Dear Lord God, no matter where my deeper studies will take me, or whatever text or studies I may read and obtain, I will always come back to the truth of when you called me, my testimony, what I found in my heart, in my logic, and in my soul. That's where I'll find my basis of what I know of you, and how I know you and who you really are, from the one you called Niña. So that was my letter for him, because I always want to remember who Jesus is to me. I mean, histories change, perspective changes, and mountains move, and all that. Everything around me can change, but my testimony, nobody can snatch that away from me, or nobody can tell me that it's not true or wrong, because it is my story. It's the story of Jesus is in my life, and that's how I found Jesus and how I knew Jesus first. I hope you get blessed with it, and I hope that you hold on to your testimony as well in your search for Jesus. Shalom.